Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it. Shot. Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Jack. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now a handoff here to his running back. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Get it.
They'll try the left side. Peyton, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Ready? Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
Well, they're hoping to do it consistently here. A throw over the middle, taken in. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go, man. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hopkins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 out now. Here we go. Here we go. Now.
On first down, Logan. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Hopkins. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Damian Ratley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Ready, set. Recon, 132 fighter.
In your face.
Drop, rock it.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Peyton. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Graham. And it's caught by Herndon. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Check. Watch 54. Here I come.
Shoot.
Now Graham looking to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
I got you, boy.
Big grip.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 50.
Ready, go. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Hopkins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Hey, check. 3 down. Mike's 50. You must go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hopkins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Mike's 49. I'm coming after you.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
60 or.
On first down, Logan. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 15-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
On the double.
Here we go. Check 43.
Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's second and 8. Caught by Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 8, read. 50. Hey, wahoo.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Mike 50, Mike 50. 3 ball. Hey, check Mike 50.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And an alley to run. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Mike 54. You don't want this.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well. And he just provided one.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey.
They'll go again to Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, alert three. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
They can't hang with us.
X3. 218, chop it. Hit it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Got it.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Man out.
Now.
Check.
Shoot.
On second down, it's Grant. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Heavy on the edges. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. 8. Check 49. Check 49.
Now it's the backup Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 9 now. Jones has it. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Go!
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. 50's the Mike.
Goodbye.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hopkins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go back to Grant. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Picked off at the 38. Allen, the intended receiver. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready. 50, Mike 50. Mike, hey, Charlie.
The Mike. 50's the Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Hopkins. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, here's Jones. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
80 weapon.
On second down now, Peyton. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Now.
On 1st and 10, it's Graham looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You ready?
52. 52's the mic.
Hey, Alpha.
They're running it. 52's the mic. Mike 52.
Deep grip. Deep grip.
Throwing now, Graham on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, did it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Exit. Hey, 50.
From the gun, Hopkins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now Graham on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Danny.
Topper.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Corey Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded at the 2.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Hopkins. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Hey, Orbit.
Get nervous. March 49. March 49. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Steve Griffin.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
We go. 10-2 stop.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Leo. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Off the play fake. Hopkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline,
taking it right down Broadway. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
it's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Buccaneers.
Ready, 50, plant.
Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
5.
50, Mike 50.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
At the 44-yard line.
Come on, set. 8, read.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
I got it. 49.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
49, guys.
You draw quarters.
Here we go. Switch! Switch!
Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 49! Mike's 49! You!
On fourth down, Hopkins, and he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Let's go, 30 base. Smooth.
Big stop, let's go! 49's the Mike, Mark 49! 49.
Snap.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, we were on hand for a fun and energetic